We found out yesterday that Bode Wilde was sent out on loan. So where is he going and what do we know about that team? Yesterday's video I was wearing a hat because the hair was awful. But today, hat off, hair looks alright. I haven't really done anything with it right now. And that's perfectly okay. I'll figure something out later. I cut my own hair because I'm cheap and lazy. So I'm going to figure something out. But for now, it looks all right. It's presentable enough. But to the topic at hand, Bode Wilde was sent out on loan to Vastervik of the Hockey Allsvenskan League. Lou Lamoriello promised that he would send Bode Wilde out on loan in Europe, and by God, he stuck to his word. So what do we know about Vastervik? Well, again, they're a Hockey Allsvenskan side. That's the second tier of the Swedish, my God, I kept wanting to say Finnish there, of the Swedish hockey pyramid. You've got SHL, Hockey Allsvenskan. If you remember, that's where Oliver Wahlstrom and Simon Holmstrom went last year before the start of the North American season. What else do we know about Vastervik? Well, they finished 5th in the league last year and went all the way to the semifinals of the playoffs. So they're not a terrible squad. We also know that on their roster, they really only had two, and by really I mean they only had listed 2 right-hand shot defensemen. So that means adding Bode Wilde, who's a right-hand shot defenseman, completes the set. They now have 3 and 3 plus 1, which means that Bode Wilde is probably going to get a relatively regular role in the squad. I would imagine he's not going to be in their top 4, but if he's in the 6-man rotation on a regular basis, that's exactly what we want. Again, we do want him vaccinated so he can play in North America. He can play with the AHL squad, but that is what it is. We won't relitigate that. The fact that he's going to get a regular role and play a relatively full season is exactly what we want to see. And when I mean relatively full season, Vastervik has already started the season. They've played 1 game. He will miss a few more due to, I assume, packing and traveling, some sort of quarantine, and getting up to speed with the team. Those 3 things combined, he's probably going to miss another handful of games. But once that's done and out of the way, I would expect him to get a regular role in the squad. Of course, when we heard that the loan was happening, we heard some questions going like, can that actually happen? Because Hockey Allsvenskan is not allowing loans. And that is true to an extent. The league itself came out and said that this move by Vastervik is okay. They didn't single out Vastervik, but they singled out loans here from NHL squads, saying it's okay because it's a season-long loan. What is not okay and what is not allowed in the Hockey Allsvenskan and even the SHL are short-term loans. Short-term loans from NHL squads are not happening this year, but because this, Bode Wilde going to Vastervik, is a season-long loan, it's okay. When you look at the team's official communication on the loan, it really reaffirms that they really wanted Bode Wilde, right? They go to say it's been a week of a lot of work and long discussions so that this could go. Ari, I think that's a weird translation thing, and what I think they're trying to say is that it's been a long week of us trying to bring him in and make sure that we can get him, and they did. But the conversations with Lou and the Islanders have been good from start to finish. So the real talking point here, or the standout point, I guess, is that they've been trying to get this done for a week now. They want Bode Wilde to play. So it reaffirms the idea that he's going to be playing as soon as he's ready. Probably not in the top 4 like it keeps saying, but within the top 6, or I guess the 6-man rotation for sure. Which is exactly what we want to see with Bode Wilde now that he's out on loan. Play as full of a season as possible and play as much as possible. Again, he won't get top 4, I would imagine, unless he starts performing really well and he works himself up the depth chart. But he's going to be playing at least in the 6-man rotation, so regular minutes, and he's going to be playing, I would imagine, most of the year. So again, regular time. That's what we want to see with him instead of wasting a full year sitting on the sidelines. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, just do it. Hit that button. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.